Lard Friese, CEO of NN Group.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Well, I want to get right to it. Back in Q2, you reported that you were valuing value over volume. Are you still doing this in Q3? And can you just break out for us what the split was this quarter?
Yeah, so good morning, Juliana. We have a strong set of results this morning. Operating result up 7%, capital very strong. Expense reductions progressed very well in the Netherlands, and the integration of Delta Lloyd into NN is progressing well. When it comes to sales volumes, we indeed prioritize value over volume, or market shares for that matter. And we see in the markets outside of the Netherlands, in Japan and in Europe, a little bit lower volumes this quarter, while we have maintained the margins good.
Yeah, just to that, Lard, can I pick up on that? The insurance sector has been a really challenging place to be. You've had the low interest rates, you've had all this capital sloshing around competing. So I think you've done a terrific job here to beat on the headline figures. What I want to ask you is, what do you think the trend in premiums is likely to be running into 2019 as we see apparently growth slowing a little bit and rates tightening around the world?
We believe that if you look at the non-life space, for instance, a year ago we launched a program to structurally improve the combined ratio of our non-life company through a combination of things, premium increases, product changes, expense reductions. And what we have seen is that we've been able to progress very well in it, and also this quarter is a nice additional step in that direction. Overall, we're seeing premium levels becoming more rational in the Dutch market, which I think is a good environment for that kind of initiative that we have. If you look in the broader space in Europe and in Japan, where we are active, we're seeing that the underlying underpenetration in life insurance still translates into more demand as GDP growth in the various markets. It has been picking up over the last years. Now, obviously, in Turkey, where we are also present, we're seeing a different economic and financial environment, which hampers growth at this moment. But also there, you need to take a longer-term perspective. It is a large market, 70 million people. So longer term, we believe that growth will be there.
And just very briefly, could you just give us a quick update on the synergy coming through from Delta Lloyd? Clearly, you're making progress on the cost reduction side. Is it fair to say that actually the cost reduction benefits of that transaction have been higher than anticipated?
We have indeed changed our target for this since the acquisition in 2017 twice upwards. Our target now is to reduce expenses by 400 million by the end of 2020, of which today we have announced that we've already completed 269 million, which is ahead of schedule. We do need to be mindful, however, that the first phase of the integration, our teams have been able to extract a lot of synergies, which we're very proud of. But now we're getting into the more complex phase of the integration process. So while we are confident that in reaching the 400 million by the end of 2020, we do believe that the progression that we've seen so far cannot just simply be extrapolated.
I want to touch on some of the consolidation that we're seeing in the space. Clearly, the deal between you and Delta Lloyd was the first step in consolidating the Dutch market. Now we're seeing that Chinese conglomerate Anbang has put up the Dutch insurer Vivat for sale. Does this further step in consolidation actually improve the returns in the market for you?
Well, we have taken indeed the step in consolidation a year ago because we wanted to ensure that we were partnering up with the partner that we feel was the best partner for us. So we're very pleased with what we've done. If you look at further consolidation that could happen, it's very difficult to speculate on that. We are interested in M&A. If there are good opportunities that we can strengthen our business with, either in the Netherlands or outside of the Netherlands, we will look at it, but we will only transact if it makes sense and if it adheres to very strict financial and non-financial criteria.
I just want to quickly follow up on that. Does it matter if a big global insurer like somebody like Allianz wins the auction for a Dutch insurer? And could they end up competing more aggressively on pricing?
I think I'm not going to speculate on what will or will not happen. What I said is that we have a very strong and sprawling platform in our home market. We are very pleased with the step that we've taken. We have market-leading positions in virtually every business line with strength and distribution. So we are very well positioned in our home market.